his passing, 75, long-time coach, manager for Viroqua. Had a chance to interview him here with Zaleski Sports about a month ago or so here over in Rapids, actually, the Wisconsin Rapids tournament. So certainly our deepest condolences to Mr. Pete Swanson. And we are underway here. Zach Richter, right-hander with Pearson McDonald here to start things off, and that is a called strike in there for strike one. So Richter from the windup, the pitch, off-speed pitch in there for called strike two. So it's quickly 0-2 now to Pearson McDonald. Richter's 0-2 offering here. That misses high, so it's 1-2 now here to Pearson. Ball just outside, so count goes even now at 2-2 here to McDonald. That ball lifted in the air. That will be playable for Noah Marschke over at first in foul territory, and that's out number one here. So the F3 to retire McDonald for out number one. Colin Ebersold here now. Post 492 here. Ebersold, the third baseman here for DC Everest. That's driven into the hole, a base hit for Ebersold, so runner aboard now here. Of course, that's never necessarily a gimme when you hit it in that spot. We've seen probably a number of times where, depending on how sharply that ball is hit, that is a potential chance for out, but a base hit nevertheless for Ebersold and Nate Langben now. Nate playing right field here tonight. Ball hit over on the ground over to Adam. He'll go to two. He'll get the force at two. So the 6'4" fielder's choice for Langben. And that'll bring up the pitcher tonight, number 2, Nevin Poppy. Nevin getting the start here tonight for Everest. 2 outs with Langben over at first. Richter from the stretch. That's hit over to Marschke. He'll put a glove on it and step on first for the third out here. To retire Nevin Poppy. 1 hit, no runs, no errors. 1 left on here. We're through a half inning here. We'll move to the bottom half of inning number 1 here. Stevens Point coming up. You're listening to and watching American Legion baseball here tonight on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
Rocky Rococo.
My pizza.
Pizza. Pan-style pizza.
I love it.
Cheese sauce. Toppings and slices.
You'll love it too.
Rocky Rococo. Whole pie or slices. Hot, thick, chewy, crunchy, saucy. Rocky Rococo. Pizza. Rocky Rococo.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
All right, we are back out here for the bottom half of inning number 1 coming up here. One of our many game day sponsors, Phelps Dairy. The culture of Wisconsin is forever tied to life on the farm. Bring the family for a visit to Phelps' Dairy Store in Stevens Point. Cheeses, dairy products, local meats, seasonal decor, and so much more. That's Phelps' Dairy Store, food, family, and fun. So Stevens Point coming up here. As we mentioned in our Auto Select pregame show, they'll be, certainly it's one game at a time, but just looking ahead a little bit, certainly the postseason next week. That'll be up in DC Everest over at Simon Field. And certainly don't want to get ahead of ourselves by any means here, but if Stevens Point would win tonight, I believe they would clinch the conference here. And if my sources are correct, it would be the first time since 2002. But certainly don't want to get ahead of ourselves. We got a lot of baseball in front of us here. Poppy, that's hit down the line. That's foul for Jacob Garth here. Garth, the leadoff hitter tonight, playing over at short. Ball misses down, so it's 1-1 now to Garth. So Poppy's 1-1 pitch here to Jacob Garth. That's going to be hit out into right center. That'll be a leadoff single here for Jacob Garth. So Garth aboard the speedy Jacob Garth, and that'll bring up the first baseman here tonight in Noah Marschke. A leadoff runner with Jacob Garth out at first. Poppy working from the stretch here. He'll throw back, take an eye, check on Garth over there at first. Garth going, Marschke putting a nice bunt down. That's going to be a tough play. And they're going to call Marschke out at first, but he will get the job done as far as the bunting goes. The speedy Jacob Garth down to third now.
Center fielder, Peyton, please.
So one out now here for the center fielder and Peyton Fleece. Garth over at third. And Poppy misses outside, so it's 1-0 now to Fleece. Poppy from the stretch, the 0-1 pitch. And that'll miss, so it's now 2-0 here to Fleece. Two-0 pitch here coming up from Nevin Poppy, and that is going to be in there for called strike one. So it's 2-1 now here to Fleece. Raking ball in there for strike two, so it's now even at 2-2 here to Fleece. And the one out with Jacob Garth down at first. Poppy's 2-2 pitch, chopped on the ground over to second. And the underhand flip to retire Peyton Fleas for the second out here, the 4-3. If you're scoring at home.
Number 4, Caden Adam.
Garth will stay put at third, and that'll bring up Caden Adam here with 2 outs. Adam tonight hitting in the cleanup spot. Poppy set the pitch, and that's in there. A called strike 1 to Adam. Kyle Madlena, the on-deck hitter here for Stevens Point, should Mr. Adam reach here. It's an 0-1 count coming up here from Nevin Poppy. And that misses, so it's 1-1 now to Caden. Poppy's 1-1 pitch on the way, and that'll be swung on and missed, so it's 1-2 now here to Adam. A little cooler night here, I would say. Out at Buchholz Park. That'll miss high. About a 20-degree difference from when I woke up this morning down in Charlotte. Back here in Stevens Point. So it's 2-2 now to Adam. Ball misses down low, and Garth will stay put. Count goes full now to Adam. Now it's a full count now here to Adam. And the pitch, that'll miss down low and away, and Caden Adam will be aboard. So runners at the corner now here for the designated hitter and Kyle Madlena. S.C. Swiderski and SCS Apartment or Home is where you want to live, work, and play all throughout central Wisconsin, the Chippewa Valley, and the Fox Valley. No matter where you live, look to S.C. Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Visit scswiderski.com for more. So runners at the corner now with Garth at third. And Adam. And we'll see the play here. We'll see. They're going to collaborate here, the umpiring staff. And they will call the out at third. And that'll be the third out here. But a hit does come across here. 0-0 our score here. We'll move to the second inning here. You're listening to and watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Hello, Wisconsin. Phelps Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun. Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Phelps Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Phelps Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
All right, back out here for the second inning here. Cameron Zabal here will lead things off here for Everest.
Cameron Zabel leading off for DC Everest.
And Richter out for his second inning of work here for the Sixers. That ball hit out of play, foul. Right into the bullpen there. So it's 0-1 now here to Cameron. And that ball will be hit out of play. So it's 0-2 quickly now here to Cameron.
Balls returned to the concession stand will be rewarded with a $1 token.
Foul ball's worth a token here out at Buchholz Park. Now the 0-2 pitch here to Cameron. Ball misses outside, so it's 1-2 now. And that pitch misses down, so it's now even 2-2 here to Zabel here, Cameron Zabel. Ball hit in the hole. That'll be a base hit for Cameron. Now the second hit given up here tonight by Richter, and that'll bring up number 9, Cole Van Slyke. Cole, the left-handed hitting catcher here for the Everest squad here. Nobody out with Cameron down at first. Richter will check on him. Bunt being shown, and a pretty nice bunt. Adam will charge and make the play and retire Van Slyke for out number 1.
First baseman, J.J. Lewis.
And that'll bring up the first baseman here tonight, and J.J. Lewis. Had a chance to interview him, I believe it was on Wednesday, July 3rd. He pitched against Wausau up at Everest, got the 2-0 victory. JJ did. So he'll foul that one into the fencing here. So it's 0-1 now to JJ. Richter, the 0-1 pitch here from the stretch. And that's fouled back here into the fencing. So it's quickly 0-2 now. The lead runner and Cameron the ball out at second. Richter's pitch misses out, so it's 1-2 now to J.J. Lewis. A 1-2 pitch coming up here from Richter. Working from the stretch. His 1-2 pitch misses outside, so it's now 2-2. Brennan Hochberger, the on-deck hitter here for the Everest squad here, so it's 2-2 now to Lewis. That's hit on the ground. Marschke will head over there, and he'll make the throw, and that'll be a awfully close play. And Lewis will be out. 3-1 here. You're scoring at home. 2 outs now here for the left fielder, number 1, Brennan Hochberger here, his first at-bat here tonight. Runner at third. Pitch misses high. Richter's 1-0 pitch here. Ball going to be hit out of play and foul. Hopefully that will avoid Chase Lyons' vehicle this time. I don't know that he found that quite as funny. I guess it's really not funny at all, but that ball going to be hit out of play and foul, so it's 1-2 now here to Brennan Hochberger. Zabal down at third. Riley Pazer down there, the head coach for Everest. 1-2 pitch here from Richter. Swung on and missed. Ostrowski doing a nice job to wrangle that in. That's the first Serb Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout tonight. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serpro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. So we move to the bottom half of inning number 2 here. 1 hit, runner left on, no runs. Bottom half, inning number 2 coming up. You're listening to and watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine-free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
Hi, I'm Shad from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
All right, we are back out here for the bottom half of inning 2 coming up here. Does your roof need attention? We'll call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield today. They are your hail damage experts, and they serve all of central Wisconsin with both residential and commercial roofing. If you have recent hail damage to your home or business, Seamless Commercial Roofing is your hail damage expert, and their workmanship is always guaranteed. Call them today for a free estimate. That's Seamless Commercial Roofing. Call 715-204-8103. Kyle Madlena, chopper over to second. And the 4-3 put out here for out number 1.
Now batting, the catcher, Matthew Ostrowski.
And that'll bring up number 6 hitter and Matthew Ostrowski here, the catcher tonight. Madlena retired for the first out. Poppy's first pitch misses down and out, so it's 1-0 now here to Ostrowski. Pitch misses, so it's now 2-0 to Matthew. We're in the bottom half of inning number 2. And Poppy's pitch is in there for called strike 1. So it's 2-1 now to Ostrowski. Coy Karlunas, the on-deck hitter for Stevens Point. And that ball hit out into right field, and that'll be a base hit for Matthew Ostrowski to lead things off here in this first hit here in this second inning here, second hit of the game here. And that'll bring up Coy Karlunas now. Coy playing in right field, and Evan Poppy working from the stretch. Ostrowski over at first. And that pitch is in there for called strike 1. The 0-1 pitch here to Karlunas, swung on and missed. Throw back down to 1, not going to be in time, but a good throw nonetheless. It's 0-2 now here to Karlunas. Oh, 2 count here, 1 out. Poppy's pitch fouled out of play. Count remains 0-2. So the 0-2 pitch here, Poppy working from the stretch. The 0-2 pitch here is a swing and a miss for the second out here.
Number 16, Braden.
And that'll bring up Braden Marshke tonight, hitting in the number 8 spot. The left fielder. 2 outs here with Ostrowski out at first. That'll be in there for called strike 1, so it's 0-1 now to Braden. Poppy misses high, so it's 1-1 now to Braden Marshke. So the 1-1 pitch here from Nevin. That'll be hit out into right field. That will be right at Nate Langben for the third out. Well, the F9 if you're scoring at home. So a hit, no runs. Runner left on, no errors. We'll move to the third inning here, still scoreless. You're listening to and watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back here in a moment.
Let your job journey begin at Express Employment Professionals. Find hundreds of employers looking for a candidate like you, all in one place at one time. And let Express Employment help connect you with your future career. With locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford, you'll find local jobs right in your community, including direct hire and evaluation to hire opportunities. Express Employment specializes in light industrial, skilled trades, professional, and office careers. Begin your job journey today with Express Employment Professionals at expresspros.com.
After a couple years of a job that doesn't fit, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That is where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Would cooking be a good fit? Try on a career in welding. Perhaps the outdoors suits you better. Or maybe helping people is a better fit. No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options, making Mid-State the perfect fit.
All right, Chase Lyons giving me the proverbial thumbs up here, meaning we are back here. Third inning of work coming up here. Leading things off will be George Jablonski, followed by the top of the order in Pearson McDonald and Colin Ebersold. We're scoreless out here. Buchholz Park here. We're in the home stretch of the regular season here for American Legion Baseball here. Zach Richter out for his third inning of work here. One of our many game day sponsors tonight, that's Rocky Rococo's. Rocky Rococo's Pan-Style Pizza and Pasta is a Stevens Point favorite for dine-in, takeout, or delivery. Always supporting local and always an easy and affordable choice for your next family night out, fast food on the go, or even your next catering for a party or work function. Enjoy Rocky Rococo's in Stevens Point. So that ball getting out of play. Jablonski now. Hitter here for DC Everest, his first plate appearance tonight. Both pitchers through 2 innings, a couple of hits surrendered by each, no runs. Moving right along here, top half inning number 3, called strike here to Jablonski, so it's 0-2 now. The 0-2 offering hit on the ground. Adam will charge it and make the play for out number 1, 5-3 if you're scoring at home, so it's out number 1, and that'll bring up the top of the order here in Pearson McDonald. Pearson 0 for 1 tonight. He popped out to first base, his first at-bat. Pearson, the center fielder and the leadoff hitter for Everest. And that ball hit pretty sharply. Nice play made by Jacob Garth, making it look easy, and that's 6-3 put out for out number 2. So quickly 2 outs here now for Colin Ebersold. Colin had a base hit back in inning 1. Colin 1 for 1 here tonight. Colin getting the nod at third base here for Everest. And Richter misses down, so it's 1-0 now to Ebersold. And that'll miss down, so it's 2-0 now to Ebersold. Two outs here, top half inning number 3. And that is in there for called strike 1 to Collins, so it's 2-1 now. Richter's pitch misses, and it's now 3-1. Hitters count to Ebersole. So the 3-1 pitch here. And that will be a called strike, so it's full count now. So the 3-2 pitch here, and that is a swing and a miss for out number 3. And that's the second Serpro Jamie Wenzel strikeout here tonight for Zach Richter. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serpro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. So no runs, no hits, no errors. We're through 2 1/2 innings. We move to the bottom half of inning number 3 here. We're scoreless. And you are listening to and watching American Legion baseball here tonight on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970, in 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
All right, we're back out here for the bottom half of inning number 3 here. Josh Opiola to lead things off here for the Sixers. And that is a called ball, so it's 1-0 now here. So Opiola's first at bat here tonight for Stevens Point. Poppy from the stretch, the pitch in there for called strike 1, so it's 1-1 now here to Josh. Poppy's 1-1 pitch. Opiola showing bunt. Gets down a pretty nice bunt. Going to be a tough play. And Opiola will reach. We'll see how that's scored. That was going to be a pretty tough play, I would say, based upon where Josh placed that baseball. It very likely will be ruled a hit.
Shortstop, now batting, Jacob Garth.
I think that was going to be a tough play regardless. So Garth coming up here. He's 1 for 1. Had a single back in inning 1 to Jacob. Poppy misses inside, so it's 1-0 now to shortstop and leadoff hitter Jacob Garth. Poppy keeping an eye on Josh Opiola over at first. He's back in there safely. And the 1-0 pitch here. That'll miss inside, so it goes 2-0 now to Garth. Chase Lyons on the production here tonight. Brandon Barroncut on the call. Well, it's 2-0 count here from Poppy to Garth. And that'll miss down low, so it goes 3-0 now. So Nevin in his third inning of work here. He works from the stretch. He'll throw back over to Lewis over at first. The 3-0 pitch. And that's in there for a called strike. So it is a hitter's count. 3-1 now here to leadoff hitter Jacob Garth. Nobody out with Opiola over at first. The 3-1 pitch. That's going to be lifted out into right field. That's Langben coming over to make the play for the first out. Opiola will retreat back to first here, so 1 out now.
First baseman, Noah Marshke.
And that'll bring up the first baseman here in Noah Marshke. He was able to bunt Garth over in his last plate appearance. And Noah with a solid base hit out into center. Opiola going for third, and he will be in there. And Marshke will end up at second. Opiola at third now, and Marshke
Peyton Fleece now batting.
down at second, so a couple runners in scoring position. 1 out here for Peyton Fleece. Peyton 0 for 1 tonight, grounded to second. Back over in inning number 1. Poppy's pitch, that's going to be hit, and that's going to be a tough play. But Nathan Langben laying out for it. He'll make the play. Meanwhile, Josh Opiola taken up and will score. So the F9, but a run does score in Opiola on the first run of the game now. So it's Sixers with the early 1-0 lead here with 2 outs. Marshke down at second, and Caden Adam coming up. Caden walked his first plate appearance. Off-speed pitch misses in, so it's 1-0 out to Adam. Again, Nate Langben making that nice play out and right. That was a tough play. Of course, we know Nate, dominant pitcher in his own right. And Adam will be hit by a pitch. So he walked and hit by a pitch now. Marshke going back to second. Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetic and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. So that brings up Kyle Madlena. Kyle 0 for 1 tonight, grounded out to second. Back in the second. And Poppy's pitch misses down, so it is 1-0 to Kyle Madlena. 2 outs here, bottom half, inning number 3. Stevens Point on the board first, 1-0. Early lead here with Noah Marshke out at second. And Caden Adam over at first. And Nevin Poppy goes 2-0 now to Madlena. So the 2-0 offering here from Poppy, that is in there for a called strike. So it's 2-1 now. Nevin checking for his signs here from his catcher and Van Slyke. It's 2-1. So the 2-1 pitch, and that is fouled back into the fencing material here. So it's 2-2 now. 2-2 with 2 outs and a couple runners on for the Sixers. We are in bottom half here of inning number 3. Poppy's 2-2 pitch. Going to be chopped foul down the third base line, so it remains 2-2 now to Kyle Madlena. Oh, the 2-2 pitch here from Poppy. That's going to be swung on and hit in the air out in center. And the play will be made out there by Pearson McDonald to retire Kyle Madlena for out number 3. Couple of hits and a run scored, a couple runners left on. We're through 3 innings here in the books. Stevens Point out front 1-0, 4th inning coming up here. You're listening to and watching American Legion baseball here tonight on Zaleski Sports. 4th inning coming up here in a moment.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Shuda Funeral Home in Stevens Point and Plover is your local, family-owned and operated funeral home providing families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable services when you need it most. The loss of a loved one is a difficult fact of life that Shuda Funeral Home will ensure you won't have to face alone. Shuda Funeral Home will guide you through the process from in-person visitations to creating obituaries and tributes. Pre-planning can also be a great way to ease these topics for your family. Learn more at shudafuneral.com or bring your questions and stop in.
All right, Chase Lyons giving me the go ahead here. We're back here for the 4th inning of work. Chase looks like maybe he got a little bit of a haircut perhaps here recently. Looking dapper as always here. 4th inning coming up here. Zach Richter out for his 4th inning here. One of our many game day sponsors here tonight, Express Employment. Express Employment Professionals has relationships with all the local businesses and job openings. Call or stop in at Express Employment to find the right career path for you. So Nate Langben will lead things off here for DC Everest. He grounded into the 6-4 fielder's choice back over in inning number 1. So Richter to Langben, that's a called strike. Nate, of course, we saw that nice defensive play out in right field just a half inning ago, and that's in there for a called strike 2. Oh, it is quickly 0-2 now here to Langben. Richter's 0-2 pitch misses just out, so it's 1-2 now to Nate. And it's even now 2-2 to Langben. Nate swinging through and fouling that one off. So it remains 2-2. Riley Pazer, the coach here for Everest. Ball hit out in the gap. That's going to be trouble. And that'll be extra bases for Langben. He's in there for second. He's trying for third. And he'll be in there for a stand-up triple for DC Everest. So a leadoff triple here for Nate Langben. And that'll bring up the pitcher here tonight. Nevin Poppy is 0 for 1 here tonight. The unassisted ground out to first base in his first at-bat. Nate Langben, the leadoff runner, out at third with a stand-up triple here to lead this top half of inning number 4 off for Everest. Richter's pitch hit on the ground over to Garth at first. Only play will be at 1. He'll get the out at first. A run will score, and that's Langben scoring the first run for Everest to knot things up here 1 apiece.
Cameron Zabel.
So Cameron Zabel now 1 for 1. He had a single in inning number 2. So it's 1-0 here. Cameron hits that ball pretty well out into right. But the play will be made here by Carlunas for the second out. the F9 for those keeping score at home. And that'll bring up the catcher here in Cole Van Slyke. And the 1-3 bunt. Back over in inning number 2. Did get runner across, though, in that effort back last inning. Dermis is down, so it's 1-0 now to Van Slyke. 1-0 pitch here is chopped over to second. Opiola there, he'll glove it and he'll field it, and that will be the third out here to retire Cole Van Slyke. But Everest does come up with a hit and a run, capped off by the Nate Langben triple here. We're knotted up at 1 apiece. A move to the bottom half of inning number 4. You're listening to and watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
If you're looking for delicious, you've found it at Rock and Roll Cafe in Stevens Point. This family-oriented 50s themed cafe is open 7 to 3 daily with a great diverse menu of American and Mexican breakfast and lunch options. Enjoy dine-in or carry-out 7 days a week and always served quickly, fresh, with a smile. For the full menu and more about this local Stevens Point gem on Stanley Street, visit rockandroll.cafe.
When it comes to vehicle maintenance and repairs, Stevens Point knows you can always put your trust in AutoSelect. Keeping up with vehicle maintenance is often an inconvenience, but with locations on Highway 10 East and Church Street in Plover, AutoSelect will have you back on the road in no time. Enjoy their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. Quality, dependable, automotive care experts you can trust in Stevens Point and Plover. At AutoSelect, you're good to go.
All right, we're back out here. One of our mini game day sponsors tonight. We're, of course, tied up 1 apiece. Shuta Funeral Home. Shuta Funeral Home is your local family-owned and operated funeral home committed to serving families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable funerals. That's Shuta Funeral Home of Stevens Point and Plover. So Matthew Ostrowski will lead things off here, bottom half, inning 1. He is 1 for 1 tonight. At a single back in inning number 2 for the Sixers here, and he looks at ball 1 here from Nevin Poppy out for his 4th inning of work. Nevin from the windup, the pitch to Ostrowski, and that will miss high, so it's 2-0 now to Matthew. So the 2-0 pitch here to Ostrowski, and that's going to miss. So it is a 3-0 count here now to Ostrowski. Poppy's 3-0 pitch here to Ostrowski, and that'll skip away into the dirt. That'll get away from Van Slyke. And Ostrowski will be aboard with a walk here. And that'll bring up Coy Carlunas now. Coy 0 for 1 tonight. So the lead runner with Ostrowski out at first. Poppy from the stretch here to Carlunas. Off-speed pitch misses down low, so it is 1-0 now to Coy. Braden Marschke, the on-deck hitter for the Sixers here. Nobody out here, bottom half, inning 4. We're all tied up here, 1 apiece. Poppy's 1-0 pitch, and that'll be a base hit for Carlunas. And that'll bring up the left fielder here in Braden Marschke. Braden is 0 for 1 here tonight. He flew out to Langben out in right field, back over in inning number 2. Nobody out here, couple runners on for the Sixers here. Braden showing bunt. He'll bunt that one just foul. Rock and Roll Cafe. Treat the whole family to breakfast or lunch at the Rock and Roll Cafe. Mexican and American dishes cooked to perfection daily on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. So it's 0-1 now here to Marschke. He shows bunt again, and that's going to be bunted foul, so it's an 0-2 count now to Braden. He's got Ostrowski out at second, and Karlunas down over at first here. Nobody out here. And an 0-2 count coming up to Braden Marschke. So Poppy's 0-2 pitch. Braden was showing bunt for a moment there to throw back down to second. Good heads up throw there by Van Slyke, but Ostrowski back in there, so it's 1-2 coming up here now to Braden Marschke. And that just misses, so it's now 2-2 to Braden. Braden checking over for his signs. So it's 2-2 coming up here. 2-2 pitch from Poppy is chopped over to Poppy. He'll put a glove on and he'll flip it over to Lewis at first for out number one. The 1-3 ground out here for the first out. But Ostrowski moves over to third, and Karlunas also in scoring position out at second. One out now for Josh Opiola. Josh with a single and a run scored. That was back just an inning ago in inning number 3. And Opiola showing bunt, and he'll get a pretty nice one down. And he'll be going all the way. He's coming in. He's going to second. He's rounding to third. Josh showing the wheels there. And he'll be in at third, and a couple runs scored. Ostrowski and Karlunas. Josh with a head of steam there. There was no stopping him. He'll end up at third.
Now batting for the Sixers, number 0, Jacob Garth.
And that'll bring up Jacob Garth here. Jacob 1 for 2 tonight. And that is in there for called strike 1 to Garth. So Ostrowski scores, Karlunas scores. Stevens Point now with a 3-1 advantage. One out here in an 0-1 count from Nevin Poppy. He's showing bunt. And a beautiful bunt. And Opiola will score the fourth run, third run of this inning. And Garth will end up at second. So some timely small ball. We've talked about that throughout the course of the year here for the Sixers squad. You know, you certainly do the good things, the big things, the big hits and stuff, but the small ball, the manufacturing runs has been, I would say, a theme most definitely for the Sixers squad. And those are the types of things that certainly put you into spots such as this. And you go up 4-1 now with Garth out at second. So it's 1-0 here now to Noah Marshke, and that's a called strike. So Noah had the hit back in inning 3. 1-4-2 here tonight. 1-1 count to Noah Marshke. Poppy checking on Garth at second. Now the 1-1 pitch here from Nevin Poppy to Cole Van Slyke. And that's going to be a base hit for Noah Marshke, his second hit here tonight. And that'll drive in a run. Garth coming across to score. So an RBI single for Noah Marshke, his second hit here tonight.
Now batting, Hayden, please.
And that'll bring up Peyton Fleece. Peyton 0 for 2 tonight. So Sixers with the 4 spot here. Bottom half inning 4. And that's a called strike to Fleece. So it is 0-1 now here to Peyton. Poppy's pitch misses out, so it's 1-1 now to Peyton. Well, the 1-1 pitch misses down. It goes 2-1 now to Peyton. Peyton flew to right field and grounded to second tonight. So it's a 2-1 count now to Fleece. Poppy from the stretch, the pitch. Throw down to second from Van Slyke. And Marshke in there with a stolen base. And a 3-1 count here to Fleece. Marshke out at second, 1 out. Poppy's 3-1 pitch. And that's driven out to right center. Langben coming over on it. He'll make the play. And we all know he's got just an absolute cannon out there. He'll get that throw in there to cut off any chance of Marshke tagging up on that. 2 outs now here. And Caden Adam coming up here. He walked and was hit by a pitch. His 2 plate appearances here tonight. And he swings and misses at strike 1 here from Nevin. Now Marshke out at second. Adam swings and misses through strike 2, so it is an 0-2 count here to Caden Adam. Adam will foul that one off. So the count remains 0-2 now to Caden Adam. Poppy's 0-2 pitch. And that'll be fouled out of play, so it is an 0-2 count still. Caden staying alive here for Stevens Point. In case you're just joining us here, Stevens Point with a 4 spot here in this 4th inning. Gone out front here now, 5-1. Noah Marshke out at second, 2 outs. The 0-2 pitch here from Poppy. That's Caden Adam doing his best to try and keep this bat alive here. And it's 0-2 now. Time is called here. Give thanks to one of our many game day sponsors tonight, and that's Staub Construction. Staub Construction is a premier builder of municipal and industrial water and wastewater treatment systems in the Midwest. Staub Construction, a 100% employee-owned company. Poppy's 0-2 pitch misses out, so it's 1-2 now to Adam. The 1-2 pitch here from Nevin. Breaking ball hit out to Langben. And he is going to make another Sports Center-like diving catch out in right field. Nice play by Nate Langben. And that'll retire Caden Adam for the third out. But not before Stevens Point comes up with 4 runs. 3 hits, 4 runs. They now go out front 5-1. We're through 4 innings complete here out at Bucco Park here in Stevens Point, Leo Cub Manchesky Field, in fact. We're listening to and watching American Legion baseball here tonight on Zaleski Sports. 5th inning coming up here in a moment.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at maidacustom.com.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
All right, back out here for the 5th inning coming up here. J.J. Lewis will lead things off here. Cheese Pleasers. Cheese Pleasers in Bancroft is a local hidden gem filled with all the finest cheeses, snack sticks, cheese curds, and cheese trays. For Wisconsin's finest cheese, stop at Cheese Pleasers right off I-39 in Bancroft. So Lewis fouls that one off. It's 0-1 now. J.J. 0 for 1 tonight. 3-1 ground out, his first at bat back over in inning number 2, and he looks at strike 2, so it is an 0-2 count now to JJ. And Lewis is going to foul that one out of play. So it remains 0-2 now to Lewis. Richter's 0-2 pitch, fastball misses high, so it's 1-2 now. And Lewis will foul that one off as well. It remains 1-2 now to JJ. We are in the top half of inning number 5 here. Zach Richter. Hit over to Adam at third. He'll make the play. And the play will be made. Noah Marschke scooping that up. Nice job there. So the 5-3 putout to retire J.J. Lewis for out number 1. That brings up Brennan Hochberger here. Brennan 0 for 1 tonight. Brennan struck out in inning number 2. That misses, so it's 1-0 now to Brennan. 1-0 pitch here to Brennan. That's called strike. Oh, it's 1-1 now. So Stevens Point out front here, 5-1. Top half inning number 5. Ball misses down, so it is a 2-1 count coming up here to Brennan Hochberger for Everest. Brennan hits in the 8th spot here tonight, the left fielder this evening. That ball hit pretty sharp out into the gap. Flees coming over to make the play. Ball capping off. And a beautiful play there by Peyton Flees, laying out for it. His ball cap probably about 35 feet away from him. So a pretty long run for that. Nice play there by the Pacelli grad Peyton Flees, the second out. And that'll bring up George Jablonski now. George is 0 for 1 tonight. He grounded to third. Back over in inning number 3, so 2 outs here. Richter working from the windup, the pitch. Misses high to Jablonski, so it's 1-0 now. So we've seen some pretty nice defensive plays in the outfield from both teams tonight. Peyton Flees obviously with that nice play. We've seen Langben out and right for Everest with a couple of highlight reel type catches. That'll miss down though, so it goes 2-1 now to Jablonski. And Jablonski will drive that out into left field, and that'll be a single here for George. So George now 1 for 2 tonight. The 2-out single, and that'll bring up Pearson McDonald. Pearson is 0 for 2 tonight. He grounded to short his last at-bat. And he popped out to first in his first at-bat. 0 for 2 here tonight for the center fielder in Pearson McDonald. And that ball hit over to Adam at third. He'll charge it. He'll make the nice play on it. And the 5-3 to retire McDonald for out number 2. Beg your pardon, out number 3. So 1 hit. Runner left on. No runs here. A move to the bottom half of inning number 5 here. Stevens Point out front, 5-1. You're listening to and watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back here in a moment.
Rocky Rococo.
My pizza.
Pizza, hand-style pizza.
I love it.
Cheese sauce, toppings and spices.
You'll love it too.
Rocky Rococo. Whole pie or slices. Hot, thick, chewy, crunchy, saucy. Rocky Rococo. Pizza. Rocky Rococo.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
All right, back out here. Pitching change for DC Everest. That's right-hander Cade Felch coming out here for the 5th inning for Everest. Let me give thanks to so many of our game day sponsors. Little Scholars Childcare. Little Scholars and Little Scholars Beginnings are 2 beautiful childcare and preschools in Stevens Point, offering early childhood learning for infants through 4K. You'll find great facilities and a comfortable environment to help your child grow. Visit littlescholars.com. So we are in the bottom half of inning number 5. Kyle Madlina here will lead things off here for Stevens Point. Kyle flew out to center in his last at-bat, grounded to second in his first at-bat. And Felch misses, so it is 1-0 now to Madlena. Kyle, the designated hitter this evening. Cade working out of the stretch, the pitch, and a base hit for Kyle Madlena. Kyle now 1 for 3. Leadoff single here in this bottom half of inning number 5, and that'll bring up Matthew Ostrowski. He's 1 for 1 here tonight. Had a single in inning number 2, a walk and a run scored over in inning number 4. And Madlena at first, nobody out here. Cade Felch working from the stretch, the pitch. That'll be in there for called strike 1 to Ostrowski. So Felch working from the stretch. Breaking ball in there. It's now 1-2 to Ostrowski. We're in the bottom half here of inning number 5. A pretty quick moving baseball game. And that's going to be the second hit here tonight for Matt Ostrowski. A solid single out in the left field. So Madlena down at second now and Ostrowski at first. Fleet Farm has everything you need for summer fun on the water. Check out their huge selection of kayaks, water towables, fishing gear, and more. Shop in store at a store near you or online at fleetfarm.com. So nobody out now here for Coy Carlunas. He singled and scored a run back in inning number 4 here for Stevens Point. Coy 1 for 2 tonight. Coy showing bunt. He'll bunt that one foul. As we mentioned here, Stevens Point is a really good bunting team, I would say. I mean, we kind of talked about just the small ball, the manufacturing base runners and runs here, and I would have to say they're right at the top of the list, in my humble opinion. That bunted over, and Felch will go to third with that. Maybe jinx that a bit, but either way, I mean, just able to do the kind of the little things here. So Carlunas out at first, Ostrowski down at second. And that's going to be in for a base hit for Braden Marschke now. His first hit here tonight. He's 1 for 3. That's going to load things up here for Josh Opiola. Josh with a couple runs scored, had a base hit in inning number 3. Reached on the E1 in inning number 4. And Felch misses out, so it's 1-0 now to Opiola. Bases loaded here, 1 out. Felch 1-0 here to Opiola, and that ball going to be hit down the first base side. J.J. Lewis making a good effort out there, not able to come up with it. It goes 1-1 now to Josh. So Ostrowski down at third. Carlunas down at second, and Braden Marschke down at first. And Josh Opiola here with a 1-1 count here from Cade Felch. 1-1 pitch, that's going to be fouled off here. So it goes to 1-2 now to Opiola. Bases loaded. 1-2. 1-out pitch here from Felch. And that'll be a swing and a miss for the second out here to retire Josh Opiola. The 2 outs now here for the top of the order in Jacob Garth. Jacob 2 for 3 tonight with a run scored. Stevens Point looking to try to maybe add some insurance runs. Garth hits that. That will be right at left fielder in Brennan Hochberger there. So the third out. So the Sixers come up with 3 hits, no runs. They strand 3. We're through 5 innings here complete. It's 5-1. Stevens Point out front. We move to the 6th inning of play out here at Buchholz Park here at Leo Cub Manchesky Field. 6th inning coming up here. You've been listening to and watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. We will be back here momentarily.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Hello, Wisconsin. Felt's Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun. Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Felt's Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Felt's Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
All right, we are back out here, 6th inning coming up here. One of our many game day sponsors tonight, that's Wood Street Rentals. No matter the job, big or small, look to Wood Street Rentals to get the equipment you need to get the job done, offering a wide range of equipment needs and delivered to any job site. Look to Wood Street Rentals in Stevens Point. So Zach Richter out here for his 6th inning of work for the Sixers. And Colin Ebersold leading things off here in this top half of inning number 6. Colin 1 for 2 here tonight. So it's 2-0 now here to Ebersold. Stevens Point out front, 5-1. Zach Richter out here, and he's falling behind 3-0 now to Ebersold. Colin had a single in inning number 1, struck out in inning number 3. And Richter firing in for strike 1, so it's 3-1 now here to Colin. Richter's 3-1 pitch. That'll miss outside, so Ebersold with a leadoff walk here to start things off for Everest. And that'll bring up Nate Langben. Nate had the stand-up triple and run scored back over in inning number 4. And a pair of really nice defensive gems out in right field tonight as well. And he looks at strike 1 from Richter, so it's 0-1. So the 0-1 pitch here from Richter and a strike in there for strike number 2 to Langven. With Colin Ebersold down at first. So Richter's 0-2 pitch here to Langben. That's hit sharply over to Marschke. He'll go to second to get the lead runner at second. saying he did not get the lead runner. Okay. Now Ebersol now down at second. And Langben at first. There's one out now. I beg your pardon, there's nobody out. A couple runners on, however, with Ebersol out at second and Langben down at first. And Nevin Poppy here. Nevin is 0 for 2 tonight. Grounded to short. Back in inning number 4. So Richter's pitch misses down in the dirt. So it's 2-0 now to Nevin. Of course, Nevin started things off here for DC Everest out on the hill tonight. Pitched, I mean, I would say generally pretty well. I know he had that 4 runs in the 4th, but aside from that, I would say pitched pretty well, did Nevin. So it's 3-0 now. And that pitch in there for strike 1. It's a 3-1 count now to Nevin. And a called strike, so it's 3-2 now. Again, nobody out here. Couple runners on for Everest. Stevens Point out front, 5-1. Richter's 3-2 pitch. Hit sharply up the middle. Garth flipping over to 2. They'll try for 2. And they'll get the out at second. Poppy will be aboard. Fielder's choice, the 6'4" fielder's choice. Runners at the corner now for Cameron Zabal. Cameron fouls that into the fencing, so it's 0-1 again. Runners at the corner now with Poppy out at first. Ebersol down at third. There's one out. And that's in there for a called strike, so it goes to 0-2 now to Cameron. Richter's 0-2 pitch coming up here to Cameron. And he'll miss outside, so it goes to 1-2 now. Ebersol with a lead out at third, and Poppy with a lead over at first. That one will miss. So it is 2-2 now to Cameron. Two pitch here from Richter, and that's going to be swung on and fouled out of play. So the count remains 2-2 now to Cameron. Lights on here out at Buchholz. Richter's 2-2 pitch. And that just missed out. So it is now a full count here to Cameron. So 3-2 count here from Richter. Runner going at first. Ball popped into the air. That's hit quarter mile high, and Caden Adam calling for it, making the play. So the F5 for out number 2. And that'll bring up Cole Van Slyke now. Cole grounded to second base in his last at-bat just a couple innings ago here. So 2 outs, runners at the corner now for Cole Van Slyke. Cole 0 for 2 tonight. Richter's pitch hit over to Opiola at second. First pitch. And Opiola there to make the play to retire Cole Van Slyke for out number 3. So no runs, no hits, no errors. Couple runners stranded here. We'll move to the bottom half of inning number 6. Stevens Point out front here now 5-1. Bottom half inning 6 coming up here. You're listening to and watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine-free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
Hi, I'm Shad from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation.
Let your job journey begin at Express Employment Professionals. Find hundreds of employers looking for a candidate like you, all in one place at one time. And let Express Employment help connect you with your future career. With locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford, you'll find local jobs right in your community, including direct hire and evaluation to hire opportunities. Express Employment specializes in light industrial, skilled trades, professional, and office careers. Begin your job journey today with Express Employment Professionals at expresspros.com.
All right, bottom 6 coming up here. One of our many game day sponsors tonight. That's Culligan Water. Get Culligan Water for only $9.95 a month. For the first 3 months, visit Sterling Culligan Water at CulliganH2O.com. That's Sterling Culligan Water at CulliganH2O.com. So Noah Marshke will lead things off here for the Sixers in the bottom half of inning number 6 now. Noah with a pair of hits tonight. 2 for 3 on the night. RBI single and a stolen base back in inning 4 for Noah. Cade Felch out for his second inning of work in relief of Nevin Poppy, who started out on the hill tonight for Everest. So the 1-0 here from Felch. It's going to be hit over to third. And the 5-3 to Lewis to retire Noah Marshke for the first out here in the bottom of the 6th. And that'll bring up Peyton Fleece. Peyton is 0 for 3 here tonight. Couple of flyouts to right. And grounded to second here for Peyton, his 4th at-bat here. And the breaking ball in there to Fleece for called strike 1. It is 0-1 now. Off-speed pitch. Flees out front, so it's 0-2 now to Peyton. And Flea is hit by a pitch. So he'll be aboard here with 1 out. I want to thank our game day sponsors here. Give thanks to our game day sponsors. That's Lee Ayers Jewelers, Blinds and Designs by Kelly, Point Insurance, and Premier Auto. Peyton Flea is aboard. 1 out here for Caden Adam. And a strike in there. Caden flew out to right field in his last at-bat, and a couple of walks tonight. Caden 0 for 1 tonight. Fleas on the run. Throw down to second, not going to be in time. Fleas will be in there with a stolen base down to second. And it's 1-1 now here to Adam. Fleas, and Flea's gonna get back in there on time. Thought maybe they might have had him wrapped up in that spot. He might have lost his footing for a moment there, but he's back in there, so it's 1-1 now here to Adam. And Adam fouls that one back. So 1-2 our count here with 1 out. Bottom half inning 6. Stevens Point out front 5-1. Peyton Fleas down at second for Stevens Point. Cade Felch working out of the stretch here. It's 1-2 offering fouled back, so it remains 1-2. Kyle Madlena, the on-deck hitter here for Stevens Point. And that's a called third strike for the second out. So Adam down looking on strikeout here. First for Felch.
Kyle Madlena.
2 outs now here for Kyle Madlena. Kyle 1 for 3 tonight. Kyle singled back in inning 5 here. Fleas down at second, 2 outs. Felch's pitch. That's hit pretty well out to right center. Langben going over to make the play, and he will make the play. The F9 to retire Kyle Madlena for the third out. No runs, no hits, no errors. Runner left on. We are through 6 innings here. Stevens Point out front 5-1. We head to the 7th inning of play. Last call here for DC Everest. Listening to and watching American Legion baseball here out on Zaleski Sports. Back here in a moment.
After a couple years of a job that doesn't fit, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That is where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Would cooking be a good fit? Try on a career in welding. Perhaps the outdoors suits you better. Or maybe helping people is a better fit. No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options, making Mid-State the perfect fit.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
All right, we are back out here. 7th inning coming up here. Stevens Point out front 5-1. Last call for Everest here in this top half of inning number 7. I give thanks tonight to one of our many game day sponsors. That's Mutual of Wausau. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. So J.J. Lewis will lead things off here. J.J. 0 for 2 tonight. Zach Richter out for his 7th inning of work. Looking to maybe try to go the distance in this one. Fastball in there for strike 1. Now the 0-1 pitch down low, so it's 1-1 now. Certainly the stretch of baseball where you have 4 games in 4 nights, getting lots of innings eaten up by your starting pitchers, certainly I would say very beneficial. So it's 2-1 now to Lewis. He'll foul that one out, and it's 2-2 now. Kind of winding down the regular season, as we said in our Auto Select pregame show. Get into regional action next week. Lewis chops that one foul, so it's 2-2 here now. Count remains 2-2 to Lewis. And the off-speed pitch misses high, so it is a full count now to J.J. Lewis. And that's hit in the hole. That's going to be a hit for Lewis. Lead-off hit here in the top half of inning number 7 for J.J. Lewis. That'll bring up Brennan. Actually, it looks like we may have a pinch hitter here tonight. And that'll bring up the pinch hitter tonight in the 8th spot, Jack Dvorak. Chopped over to Garth at short. And a double play turn there. Tailor-made double play initiated by Jacob Garth. So the 6-4-3 double play.
George Jablonski now batting.
So 2 outs now here for George Jablonski. He singled his last at bat in inning number 5 here. 2 outs here. Ball hit on a play foul, so it's 0-1 now to George. So Dvorak hits into the 6-4-3 double play. The 0-1 pitch here from Richter, a swing and a miss for strike 2, so it's quickly 0-2 now. The 0-2 pitch here from Richter. That's going to be swung on and hit out of play and foul. So it remains 0-2. George 1 for 2 tonight. The 0-2 pitch here from Richter. Ball hit out to right. And coming over to make the play on that for the 3rd out is Coy Carlunas. And that'll be a final out here.
Everest 1, Stevens Point Sixers.
So a final 5-1 Stevens Point with a 5-1 victory over DC Everest. We'll have our Nasonville Dairy post-game show coming up next. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or NasonvilleDairy.com. We'll hopefully get a few words here from Coach Opiola on maybe a player or two on our Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Wisconsin Valley Legion champions, by my record anyways. So I believe that is maybe the first conference title here since 2002. I'll validate that. But again, a final out here, 5-1. We'll have our Nasonville Dairy post-game show here momentarily. You've been listening to and watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back here momentarily for our Nasonville Dairy post-game show.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you. Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County, When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Jacob.
You can come right over here, Jake, if you want. All right, we're back out here. Coach Bobby Opiola, you guys come out of here. You're getting near the end of the regular season. You guys are conference champions. I think the first time since like 2002, I believe, if the program up there was correct anyways. I know you guys have the playoffs, regionals, that kind of thing, but this is a pretty big thing, I would say. Talk a little bit about this season, really, I guess, as you guys conference champions here.
Yeah, conference champs in a long time. I'm happy with our pitching. I think our pitching is very good in the conference. We're very deep. Our offense, we're very solid up top, and the bottom contributes. We run bases, play defense, and I think our defense is the top thing right now. Pitching and defense, we're keeping teams low scoring and letting us win those close games.
And you are, Bobby. You said that with the deep pitching. You guys go certainly 5 strong. And I think the thing that really stands out, having covered so many games, is just the small ball, the ability to manufacture those hits. Defense, kind of a little bit of everything. You don't necessarily rely on any one aspect of the game. It's so many aspects. What do you do now? Yeah, I know you guys are back at it tomorrow night, and then you guys have regionals starting I think it's next Wednesday. So what's the next week look like here for the guys?
Yeah, so the Merrill game tomorrow is pushed back to Monday.
It is, okay.
Yeah, so we'll finish the conference on Monday, regionals on Wednesday, so we're going to play a lot of the same baseball. I mean, we've been practicing this all season. Like I said before, we don't get a lot of practice time, so we practice during games. We practice these situations, and we teach the kids on the go. So.
Well, Coach, definitely congratulations to you guys on a great season thus far, but I know there's a lot of baseball left. You guys are probably just getting started, I have to think here. Coach, anything else before we wrap it up with you and turn it over to our highlight house player tonight, Jacob Garth?
Yeah, I'm just excited for our team winning conference tonight. It's a first step, and hopefully next week we take another step. So.
Excellent. Well, Coach, appreciate it. That's head coach Bobby Opiola here tonight. Stevens Point, again, the 5-1 victory. One of the staples, I would say, in the Sixers lineup here, middle infielder Jake Garth. I know you play second base, shortstop. When I see you running the bases, it's almost like you're in fast forward, just the speed. Talk about your role with this team. I know you certainly play some good defense, but as a leadoff hitter, you do a lot of good things. You had a couple of hits tonight. Talk about your role.
I just kind of got to see pitches as a leadoff, let the team know if he's got a good curveball or if it's, spinning one way, or just let the team know, and just got to do my job, get on base, because I know I'll steal second. I can steal third. I know I got guys behind me, Noah, Peyton. I know they're going to hit me in, so I just got to get on and let the guys do what they've done all year.
Yeah, and you definitely, Jacob, you definitely did that. I think once you get on base, you're very tough on those base paths. You put a lot of pressure on the defensive teams and the pitching. Talk about the rest of the season. I know you're one of kind of the upperclassmen of this group here. Very pivotal player on the Sixers squad. What's the next week or two, maybe even more, look like for you guys here?
I've been playing with these guys for a long time, so it's just a blast to be out here with them every day and just get a play. So these next couple of weeks are going to be fun, and we're going to compete and just do what we've done all year.
Absolutely. Well, Jacob, I don't know if you know the drill, or you probably do. You've been around baseball and a lot of this for probably a while, but we'll count you down. We'll go 3, 2, 1. You'll say your name, that you're in the house, and then we'll get you out of here. So go 3, 2, 1.
I'm Jacob Garth, and I'm in the house.
All right, that is Jacob Garth. Sixers here in the house, the Zaleski Sports highlight house, in fact, here. He had the couple of base hits tonight. But above that, just one of the leaders on this team, I would say, as far as base running, defense, the ability to get on base, and as Jacob said, to have some of his teammates drive him in. And certainly, Coach Opiola alluded to that as well, just the ability to manufacture hits, runs, and that's why they are conference champs. And again, first time, I believe, since 2002. But again, here a final out here, Zaleski Sports, 5-1, Stevens Point. You heard Coach Opiola said tomorrow's game pushed back to next Monday. Then regional starts next Wednesday. Brandon Barroncott on the call here tonight. Chase Lyons doing a fabulous job in his Ball State sweatshirt up there on production. Final again, you've been listening to and watching American Legion Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Have yourselves a good rest of the Wednesday evening. Stevens Point again, 5-1 over DC Everest.